People venture into trading financial instruments or trade financial investments for various reasons. Among those reasons are to raise income, which is simply to make money, or to plan for a retirement, or even to plan for a future event or occurrence of something in the future. For instance, sending a child to university or to college. Whatever the reasons may be, what we have noticed in recent years is that a lot of experienced and novice traders are venturing into the trading exchange traded funds, simply known as ETFs. In our video today, we are going to explore the reasons why traders are attracted to ETFs. This is Money Matters. I'm your host, Kenneth. Thank you for tuning in. Please help the channel like the videos, share, and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. We'll greatly appreciate that. What are ETFs? ETFs are a type of investment that tracks a basket or a group of securities such as stocks, bonds, or commodities. ETFs are traded on exchanges such as the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, the London Stock Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, and all the other exchanges around the world. Now, what that basically means is that they are traded during the course of the day. An investor chooses when to buy, when to sell, chooses the quantity also to invest in. Now, that gives the investor a lot of authority and power over their investment. Now, to help answer the question why investors are choosing ETFs, let's look at the advantages of trading ETFs. The first one is diversification. ETFs provide investors with exposure to a wide range of securities in a single trade. This helps to reduce risks and maximize returns. Number two, low cost. ETFs have low expense ratios, which means that investors keep more of their returns. And third, flexibility. ETFs can be traded throughout the day, just like stocks. This gives investors more flexibility to manage their investments. Please stay tuned because later in the video, I will place a trade and show you exactly how to make your first investment or how to buy your first ETFs on a platform that I use. So stay tuned. Generally, from the advantages, you can see that ETFs are popular because they are affordable and offer a convenient way for investors to trade. Now, before we go straight into our trade, let us perhaps explore examples of ETFs that you can trade today. Number one, stock ETFs. These ETFs track stock market indices such as the S&P 500 or the Nasdaq 100 index. Number two, bond ETFs. Bond ETFs track bond market indices such as the Bloomberg Barclays US Aggregate Bond Index. Number three, commodity ETFs. These ETFs track commodity prices such as gold, silver, and oil. Number four, sector ETFs track specific industry sectors such as technology, healthcare, or financials. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. We'll really appreciate that. At this point, you might be asking yourself, okay, you are a novice trader. How do you actually trade ETFs? How can you do it? How can you become also an experienced ETF trader? Remember, it always begins with the first step. It always begins with the first step. First, you make that decision that you want to trade ETFs. Let me take you through the general things that you must do or the general steps that you must take. Then we will place a specific order and trade one ETF. Number one, choose an ETF to trade. Number two, open a brokerage account. I'll leave the links to some of the brokers that you can use in the description box down below. Number three, fund your account. A lot of brokers will offer instructions on how to do so or will have call center help to help you deposit your funds onto their platform. Number four, place an order. Keep watching as I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Number five, monitor your trade. This can also be done by putting a stop loss or a take profit order to manage your risks and lock in profits. Now, when monitoring your trade, I always find it useful that you place a stop loss. Now, I will emphasize this stop loss is very significant when you're trading financial tools. The reason is that this helps you to manage your losses or to manage your risk. This suggests that risk management is paramount if you are to trade any sort of financial tools on the open financial markets. Risk management, I will emphasize, is a priority if you are to become a successful trader. Here is an example of how to trade an ETF. Let's say you want to buy SPDR S&P 500 ETF, which is known as SPY. SPY tracks the S&P 500 index, which is a basket of the 500 largest publicly traded companies in the United States. Number one, you need to specify the ticket symbol, in this case SPY. Number two, the quantity you want to trade. You can type in the quantity that you want to trade and be specific exactly how much. Number three, the order type. The order type can be a market order, limit order, as well as a stop order. So it is your choice to choose the type of market order that you want to execute. For example, you might want to buy 100 shares of SPY at limit order. Once the order has been placed, it is now in the hands of the broker to execute that particular trade. Once the trade has been executed, you now own 100 shares of SPY. But you still can sell the SPY shares at any given moment by placing a sell order. Let me also emphasize some of the things that you must focus on if you are to be successful in ETFs. Be specific in terms of what ETF you want to trade, which means you have to do your research and also be knowledgeable about the movements, and you are able to track exactly the past movements of that ETF on the platform of your choice. Number two, also familiarize yourself with stop loss. Stop loss will help you immensely in managing your risk. And also the third thing is, I will emphasize or encourage you to use take profit orders. That way you don't really have to stay in front of your screen to monitor your trade. So you can put your stop loss and then your take profit and then walk away and then watch the trade execute, which means now you are very confident in the trade that you have made and let the trade execute accordingly. I hope that the information in this video was very useful to you and that you are on your way to become a successful ETF trader, and that you'll be placing your first order and buy those shares immediately. This is Money Matters. Thank you so much for joining in. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.